So both rooms, the main stage plus the whole upstairs. I don't want to if I can help it. We may have to play that by ear, but try to avoid doing that. Make everybody come in and out through the hallway. Okay. So I think there's everybody's here who's going to be here, and everybody's in the stream who's going to be listening to it, and maybe the stream will actually work right this time. We cut down the video quality because that's kind of irrelevant anyway when it's showing a static image. So we crank the video quality down as far as it'll go, and hopefully we don't get throttled out of existence while the stream is trying to run. So everybody take a look at the agenda, and you can just kind of read along with me with the updates. It's just a whole bunch of stuff got done. All the volunteer applications. Yeah, I've gone through and reviewed all of the volunteer applications to identify who should be staff, and that's now done. So anybody who is considered staff this year, who actually put in an application at all, there's a few that are still missing, but everybody who's put in an application this year who should be considered staff, as far as I can tell, I think we've got it all. I don't see any names on there that I don't see any remaining names in the staff list that I recognize, or in the non-staff list that I recognize. And Wolfie look it over with me too. And I think, Pony, did you and I go over that list yet?
Over what?
Over the current list of all applied volunteers to figure out if there's anybody else in there that was reliable last year and should be considered staff.
Well, I mean, nobody, like, I noticed. I think we just said, like, do you notice anybody off by name? And I did not.
And that's all I have to go off of in that list. So if they change their badge name to some random silliness that I didn't identify, then
yeah, like the one we caught.
Yeah, there were a couple more I caught today when I did a more thorough export and looked at people's legal names and quite a couple of others. But that's done. I think I've caught everybody I'm going to catch. So radios are done. Wolfie and I have got that basically squared away. Staff radios themselves still need to be purchased, but we have the repeater and it works, and we need to test it this. All the swag is on the way. The only exception is the fursuit tags. I got a sample of the shirt. It's sitting in my house instead of here in my hand, which isn't very useful. Sorry about that. It looks quite good. We had a sudden brainwave on fursuit tags and realized that we could get little plastic keychains with the color printing on one side that has art of one of the little fighter character things from the story. And then you just treat that like a keychain and you hang it from a fursuiter, and now there's a little character that's in scale with an appropriate scale with full size person.
Can you check, is that what we called it? Fighter character things?
David's. So, all the badge art's in the reg system. If you care about your badge art, please go pick it. I've checked again as of 2 days ago, I think it was, taking the current registration and scaling it against the previous year is still pointing to 5,000. It keeps flipping back and forth between above and below 5,000, so I don't know if somebody's going to be starting a betting pool pretty soon as to whether or not we're going to clear or fall short of 5,000. It's pretty damn close. It's too close to call right now. But regardless, it means that we can expect about 5,000 people. Art show is open for signups, and I think at all? No. Last I heard from him, I think he's already got quite a few applications in. I think he's probably looking at it already being full. And Grayson, you're still working on the actual bidding system.
How much do you want me to elaborate on that? It's getting pretty nerdy here.
Was there anything you're waiting on me for? I know at some point I'm going to have to get you a way to ask the reg system whether that account is active. For pretty much all of the staff, but almost none of the recruits, at least as of the time I wrote this agenda, have been assigned to departments. Shane is working through assigning the recruits right now. I think he is literally working through assigning the recruits right now.
Yep.
Once they are assigned, he's going to be giving lists of the people that have been assigned to each department to the lead. And as that's happening, the leads can also see what's being added to their department. If they log into registration, there is a list of, for the leads, there is a list of everybody assigned to you in registration.
So in the love data?
No, in the attendee facing, yeah.
Actions will be done.
Did he give you an ETA?
I think we were. I forget if it was like May 3rd, but like we can push that May 3rd with we can push it closer.
May 3rd.
I think so. Maybe I think
it was lists to leads earlier than May 3rd. I think it was.
Oh yeah, list alert.
It was lists to leads earlier than May 3rd, so that the leads can then go, no, I can't use that person, or I really need more people, or I don't need this many people, you can reassign people somewhere else. So they can have a few days to go back and forth and rebalance. And then after that balancing is done, blast an email out to to every volunteer to tell them who they're assigned to and what their leads email is.
Yeah,
That part I can automate.
And then all leads just need to, I guess, go into the system and see if they can request anybody that maybe might be missing.
That's correct. Yeah, so every lead can go into and I guess I'll do an email to them tonight.
So you can see who you have, and you can be like, where is like this dog,
Right.
and then put in the request.
Okay. All right. Tripp is going to run the bachelor auction for us. He's getting that squared away right now. The application process. Got all the materials from when Shane did it last year, so he should be good to start getting that straightened out and get applications open. Probably going to end up accepting applications for it close up until the con, but that's okay. All it costs us is the time to hype it, but it's well enough known that it'll hype itself. I've created a photography department. Raw Dog is gonna keep up on that for me, so that he can keep track of who's taken what photos, and I think he's also planning on creating an Instagram account for the con. And his primary job is going to be to just coordinate with any other people who are taking photographs and want to offer. I've got Dax is willing to be a signage design person for us for any signage we may need. Just lay out and have it ready. I think there's some material that we still need to get to the hotel, right? For them to make their own GSR branded signage that they want to see in the hall.
Not for like red signs on the screen.
It can be, yeah. Like
Like
that's
big
the whole
fat signs.
right. That's the
stand-up
whole point.
signs.
Is you ask Dax, I need this sign designed, and we're talking about standing up, like standing on the ground stuff. That needs to be ordered. I'll have to get that figured out. I got badge printing working in the reg system. I got barcode scanning working in the reg system. The cashier process is almost done. I should get it done this week. And I've got proof of concept. I know it functions. I just need to actually implement it fully, of running backups of the online reg system to our offline backup that we'll have here on site, so that if the internet explodes or if our web server explodes, then we can fall back to our offline registration. So there's this big long list of things to do in the next month. Organize the storage unit, inventory everything, and get it all organized by department, and get info to the department leads of what equipment they have. Review and update attendee behavior policies. Our policies are getting pretty damn out of date, and really should go through that and review it and update it. I think Wolfie wanted to be involved in that. Yeah. Now you're going to do that not this weekend because you're going to be out next weekend.
Next week.
Commit to doing that then. Configure and test registration computers. I can do one this weekend and then leave someone else to knock out for me. Testing. Building whiteboards for the panel rooms. Our panel rooms last year had whiteboards built into them, but this year they don't. So we either need to come up with a way of putting whiteboards in the rooms.
I am all for buying whiteboards and putting Velcro on the back.
That's an option, but that depends on which way the head table in the panel room is facing. If the head table is facing the wrong way, just issue one of those to each panel room and be done with it. That is potentially the easier solution, yes. It really depends on which way the wall is facing.
If we just throw away the pads of paper, they suck.
I know, they don't store well. They just don't. 2 more wire rack fans. Let me just leave the rack. But I think it'll transport easier. Decorations to build. Tony's got Kay and Alex on that. Layout for the hotel for how we're putting all the tables and chairs and everything in the rooms, and the dealer den map. Got to sit down and draw that. I think that's really going to be you and me, Shoop, drawing the actual like furniture layout of the rooms.
No, we're going to be talking to every lead.
Okay, well we need to get on that.
We already have art show and
Okay.
panels as well.
Okay, most of the rest of it's not difficult,
Right.
except the dealer den map. But the rest of it's mostly just, or what do they call it? I think they call it theater seating for the panel rooms. We need to send bills to the dealers who wanted electricity. I really just need a list, and then I can make all the PayPal invoices. Art show map, Cairo and you or Cairo and I need to sit down and decide how to lay out all the art show.
Sarah was working on it.
Okay. And programming radios, making a radio use guide. I think you're fine for programming the radios. Access will be a use guide.
Would you pass the information?
You probably need to pass a little bit, yeah. Or can you not put up with those puns? Map of the Fursuit Festival. I need to get JD started on that, on where he wants to put toys and games and photo shoots and whatnot, and get that laid out. And the art show system needs testing, which Grayson will do when it's ready. That's it. That's all I have to say, but who has stuff to bring up? Who's waiting on me for things? What am I forgetting about?
Registration parties at my house
That's right.
on.
I just got printed after I added that.
That's fine. Registration parties at my house, May 6th. I will post my address in the Reno chat and UFC chat. You are welcome to come. You're invited as long as you are willing to work while you drink.
I think if I remember right, the rules are every time you find a bug in registration, you get to take a drink.
Have to take. I don't know.
What time are you looking at?
From like 5
What we're gonna be doing is just printing all the labels.
No, this is just testing the system to make sure that shit doesn't break.
Well,
And trying all the weird edge cases of like, a parent with 3 children or somebody who just turned 16 today and all that kind of stupid bullshit that ends up getting hung up.
ID on their iPhone. That one was fun.
Yeah, ID on their iPhone.
Or her kid. I ran away screaming when I saw that. I was like, nope.
So you got me updated on this. I'm gonna have to update AV on the new loadout schedule.
Any other inside information? Let me know, but I actually went through the computer.
There's an event in Summit Pavilion.
There must be. There must be another event moving in the same,
Yes.
basically the same day.
Head of vendors.
No?
They have to have it set up by Monday night.
They can work late, right?
I'll just stay until,
What?
I just won't sleep. Well,
They don't have much space anymore. They're every week.
Great.
They don't have the freedom weeks.
Isn't that fun?
Hey, at least we're gonna stop Tycho from doing the week-long con he wants to do.
no, we should just get Tuesday for a loadout.
I was joking a while back that, you know, if they'll give us better prices on midweek, we should just run the con from Monday to Friday.
Give you better room prices, but I don't think they will.
Imagine the post-con.
Everybody having to go home on the weekend and it's like crappy on the
You
weekend.
just suddenly just die on your bed for the rest of the day. For the entire week. You kind of just shriveled to the prune.
I'm sure there's plenty of people who would love to attend a week-long con, but I don't think there's very many people who would like to staff a week-long con. That's the other. And one hand in the room goes up.
Benefits well.
What? You guys are fine with that. I got nothing better.
And the
I'm just greedy.
You've staffed already, so like, I don't get that.
I know what I'm getting into.
all right.
Free food.
All right, he'll be chair for
back
Tuesday.
back on topic, because I don't want this to go any longer than I have to, because I'm going to go home and work on stuff. So, what else is there to bring up?
Oh, is there an ETA on the event schedule?
I know Reds is working on it as of right now, and I know that he and I got main stage more or less figured out. Main and second stage we got figured out over the weekend.
What's up?
I thought I had that in the updates, but I guess I missed it.
I heard there was a possible rumor to knock out some of the early.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, because I thought we had the room on Wednesday, but apparently we don't.
Okay.
So I thought that we had what we were going to use for pre-reg on Wednesday, but it seems that we don't have that room on Wednesday at all.
Why does it say open?
So,
Oh, Nevada, Maine.
yeah, we have everything but that room on Wednesday.
What does morning mean?
It's scheduled from 4:30 in the morning on in the contract.
So it means we have it all.
We have the rooms.
And then what is the date and time for?
Well,
Wednesday, they still have concert.
but
So-
morning does mean 4:30 a.m., right?
Right. Well, that's what they put in the system. It probably means they would set it up overnight. So
4:30-ish.
When's the date for?
You know, you could host a Wednesday registration on another room. It's not gonna.
Yeah, it's not like it's not going to be like a Thursday thing,
Can we
right?
do it in the pavilion?
That's-
just for that night.
That's upstairs, right?
No, it's the foyer.
She's talking about the Summit Pavilion
Silver State.
or Silver State.
The
yeah.
Silver State's downstairs.
Could we? Yeah. Could we do it in the
Okay.
entrance of the dealer's den on
I think-
Wednesday?
Yeah, that's doing that.
Just the entrance only, though. I think would be smart.
Wednesday
Because-
only.
Yeah, but Wednesday only. Absolutely, Wednesday only, and patron sponsor only, just like Anna and I had already agreed upon.
To make them feel special.
Yep. So
is that-
so patrons and sponsors can be special. Exactly.
No, it's a thing that we are going to go to every night.
Yes.
And then I would shut it down like at
Well, we won't have the Nevada room yet at that time, technically. At 10 p.m. Wednesday. I'm not sure the Nevada room is really a secure enough place to store all that swag anyway. Probably would need to find them.
Do you know how big
We could stock everything in like one.
Not certain yet. It sounds like all of the backpacks are going to be on a single pallet. Yes, that the shirts are probably going to be a pallet. And the
on the pallet?
It's going to be hard to give it out to people if it's still all. But then yes, we can repalletize it and move it that way.
Small shirts, and as the day progresses, they get bigger.
Right. Yeah, that works.
Your little mobile reg. Mash unit.
You gotta find it first.
Oh my god.
I wonder, can we get the Nevada registration desk? Maybe we can at least get the registration desk.
I don't think so, but I will.
Unlikely.
Not anybody's gonna be.
Yeah. So that would be nice because that's where like all the registration equipment is going to go, and there's a lot of setup and troubleshooting that's going to happen in that room. So having all of Wednesday is
The one
going
right
to.
on the corner we used to use for the rest of the board?
No, the one over on the corner under the under the escalator. It's out in the hall. Yeah. And the registration setup has gotten so much smaller now that it's really going to be pretty comfortable in the for people.
Does that mean they need more powerful glass?
No, I mean just the amount of equipment.
Getting bigger.
The amount of equipment that we need has reduced. So we're down to just a laptop, a handheld barcode scanner, and a little label printer that is about yay big. Four. One set of gear per cashier.
It's 4 times that. And then we have the books of pre-print.
Yeah, but that won't be in that room.
Okay.
That'll be elsewhere entirely.
On the movie room.
Yeah, the room that moves every day. It'll be in the Silver State Pavilion on Wednesday, and then it'll be in the Nevada room on Thursday, and then it'll be upstairs in CRD1 on Friday onward.
Okay,
Nobody
so
will
we
ever
can
be able to
have it
find
on-
free
we can
rich.
have
It'll be
it-
great.
So we can have the foyer or the Silver State at one point? Or at the Silver State?
Just for Wednesday.
And then move it into,
And do patron sponsor only to try to get some of the swag out of our hands and out of our way, and store the rest until Friday, or store the rest until Thursday, and then reopen pre-reg Thursday. 1 or 2 in the afternoon, the kind of typical time that most cons would have it open. Yep, it is.
it's gonna kick ass.
But yeah, we'll be fine. The start times are not a concern. It's those end times that make me. It just means we're going to need a lot of hands to get stuff out fast on Sunday and Monday. We're going to need a lot of hands, and we're going to need a lot of people to bust their asses to get stuff moved out.
Like it in for Sunday.
What's that?
Which Sunday?
So, I was mistaken. I thought that we had all of the functions. I thought we had all the con space for all of Monday so that we could get stuff loaded out. And it turns out that is not correct. And there are other conventions moving in on Tuesday right after actually maybe even Monday night, right after we're
Couple
done.
little ones on Monday.
A couple little ones on Monday night, and the rest are probably Tuesday.
Well, that's why we have to be out on Sunday on N12 and the CRD.
Oh, those are the little ones that are
What is
starting.
CRD?
Those are where we had registration last year.
Yeah, that's
The
a
windows.
Oh!
That's 1 and 2, and ConOps was 3.
God, there's not much to any of those.
yeah. But the problem is that now we were planning on those being ConOps and Flare Base, both of which have to continue on Sunday. So we're gonna have to figure out some other temporary place we can move them. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure how we're gonna make that work.
Could just make a tent up. Like a little tent. Have that set up.
Do it right in the ballroom.
Yeah.
It's just one of the separate rooms, because it looks like a ballroom, and then there's gonna be separate. Headless lounge.
Well-
Those rooms could just be.
ConOps.
So
You
I
still
have-
got that registration room where that little room there and where Claire was last year.
no, I don't. That's CRD3.
No, pavilion.
Oh.
3 was common.
Any chance you
Oh, yeah, you're talking about in the Summit Pavilion. Might be easier.
can focus with not?
I was gonna give you this 4 weeks from now, but I decided to give you now.
Oh, okay, thanks. That's helpful. I appreciate it.
I really wanna throw. Like just days before, and it's like, oh, here, sploosh, you know?
All right.
Well, one way or the other, everything's gonna happen.
Nevada, Maine out by 5 p.m. That's piss easy. That's not even a problem. Nevada, Maine out by 5. That's really just our hangout space. We're not going to have hardly anything in there. Grand Ballroom out by 5 is second stage. That's also going to be stupid easy. You know what? I may just talk to AV and have them move the Dead Dog Dance to the second stage and start breaking down main stage. We may have to do that just to be able to get out of main.
Or, yeah, kill a lot of things on Sunday night or
Mhm.
main stage. It's not the end of the world. Sunday's like kind of a breakdowny day anyways.
Yep.
How late is Sunday? And
Normally it's dances until 2 in the morning.
not dance all done.
No, that's Saturday night. Normally Sunday is dances till 2, and then that's it. And then we have all of Monday to break it down and put it away. Out of here.
We've got enough time to pivot. That's fine.
Overnight work is not it's not fun, but it's obviously
Well,
a possible option.
you don't need everything on Sunday night.
Absolutely.
Dance goes.
The real trouble is that main stage, almost everything's going to be hanging from the ceiling, so they can't break any of that down until the room is empty.
Tycho, it's actually honestly good. Instead of trying to break down all that stuff in one day, they're going to be forced to like break down half of it the day before.
I'm just going to talk to the AV team and figure out how we solve this. I guess that was my fault for misunderstanding it.
Yeah, seemed odd.
I'm going to look at my original copy just to make sure.
Discrepancy. The CRD room. Contracts that we had. It was pre-scheduled before we,
Somebody else.
way before we did the contract. So, yeah, I begged and pleaded with Lexi there.
Maybe we could. Operations can just relocate to where Reg is on Sunday. Just move everything around and make sure nobody can ever find anything.
The new thing.
Yeah. Musical chairs con.
Wait, what's the worst thing that's going to happen on Sunday? Somebody's be crying. That's about it. Just
Maybe
pre,
con
post,
for
PCD.
anyway.
Do we have a
I'm working on it.
next year?
Oh.
No, the contract, the draft contract I already have for 2018 has this same. Let's get the. I talked to Lexi, like according to her, which I don't know.
You talked to her the other day.
You know, salespeople can only be believed so much, but according to her, like they're blocked out the last weekend they have left for the whole year.
I know that.
Blocked out for us.
Begging me to tell you.
Good
Well, we
try to
got it.
squeeze some time by scaring with all the numbers we got.
Any more money?
All right, con's already getting expensive anyway. What's another 20 grand? right?
Oh, and there's pocket change.
That's why I still drive a 33-year-old truck.
No, it's because you like driving a Chinese puzzle box.
All right, I think that's everything.
Just a couple things. Okay. I don't know. What do you think is a good day for? When should a volunteer be worried they haven't heard from HR? Just worst case scenario.
I would say probably about May 10th
Okay.
would be the when you should start being concerned.
Should they message me? I don't know. I can at least get them the right person. Well, look.
Yep.
If you don't get any like responses from like emails, if emails just aren't working, you can message me. But like you should be getting something from HR very soon about what department you're in, and then you should also be talking to your lead and figuring out your schedule. So I need everybody who's volunteering, which I hope is everybody here. You need to be looking at your emails and making sure you're corresponding with your lead, so that they can schedule you. And then I don't know if you see any theme stuff, retweet the shit out of it.
Or just share it on your social networks of whatever form you have. Let me go look back up the tentative dates that you and I came up with.